All right, welcome back to the Beyond Kicks podcast with Same Old Seth and Winona Kicks. Today we're going to be talking about our top sneakers to rock this summer, the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 lows, and possibly the end of fake sneakers. But let's be honest, I highly doubt that. But before we get into all that, right? Let's do a quick recap and roll the intro. Boom. Let's go. How you doing today, Charlie?
Doing good. What about you?
Fantastic. It's been just a busy week. I've been like hella just overwhelmed this week for no reason at all. Like I think my brain like literally shut down on Monday just because I have so many videos, and I was just sitting there and I was like, I don't know. If you watch I Think You Should Leave, I don't even want to be around anymore. Not really, but that's how I felt. Where you're just like, okay, awesome. But got over the funk and finally recorded a video yesterday, and just trying to get back in the groove of things. But, you know, we all have those days and those weeks.
It's a constant struggle on my front, too. I just kind of got reorganized and getting a calendar together. My big issue is I have stuff that stacks up, and by the time I post it, it's not even relevant anymore because there's new stuff that comes up, and it's like if I don't have, there's not a deadline in place, then there's no like, I got to get this out. So I'm going to get way better at that over the next month is the goal.
Yeah.
We're posting stuff ASAP when it's relevant. Like the No Two Ways foams today. They had foam day yesterday, and I was like, I gotta post this today, otherwise it's gone.
I mean, like just the same thing over and over. I'm like, I gotta switch it up, do something. I don't know. I'm about to start redesigning the whole office space because I'm just like, I need something just fresh to look at every day.
That.
Yep, but
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm just looking at different stuff and have new tech to play with, that'll rejuvenate the energy. But
what are you gonna do? That.
But outside of videos, anything else new this week? Any fun toys you picked up?
Yes, I can talk about that.
Let's do it.
So I called Seth. This is an exclusive, by the way. Called Seth.
Exclusive.
What was it? 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah.
I made an impulse purchase that might be very dumb. We might have to make a clip out of this because this might be a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made an impulse purchase that was, I think it was good. I'm excited about it. I bought the destroyed Nike Air Mags from the Whistle and Diesel video with Harrison Neville. There's no way around it. I paid a lot of money for them. Comparative to me, for what they're worth, it is a sliver. They were completely destroyed. Tens of millions of people have seen the videos on shorts, on long form. And I saw them for sale. I shot Harrison a text. I shot him a DM. I was like, he's never going to see this. And I remember I had his number from eBay Sneakers when I met him and stuff. And I was like, I got to get those mags. And he's like, since I know you, they're yours. Like, we'll make it happen. So I think they get here in like a day or two. He 2-dayed them. So yeah, bought them. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them. Make some content out of them.
Yeah.
I just was like, they're my size too, which is probably the craziest part, but I just was like, I gotta do it. So something fun this week.
Yeah, I was not expecting that on the phone call. You were like, guess what I just got? And I was like, I have no idea what you just got. And then I eventually guessed it with a lot of nudging, but yeah, blown away. That's just, now it's like an iconic sneaker in the space. If you're into just like sneaker social media as a whole, you've seen them eventually. If you haven't, like, kind of concerning. But yeah, they were everywhere for a while, and now they've been MIA, and now, boom, right in Charlie's lap. And I'm excited to see what you come up with.
Yeah, so I don't. It was impulse. I mean, it's kind of how it was. So
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. If anyone has any suggestions on what I should do with them, let me know. But it should be fun. So that, and then besides that, nothing really. I'm going to Boston on Saturday. I don't know if I told you that.
I think so. What's that for?
Going to film for John Carlo at SneakerCon. So if anyone's going to be in Boston SneakerCon, come say what's up. I haven't been to a SneakerCon since DC last year, I don't think.
Nice.
So it's been a while. I'm excited.
Dude,
it should be fun.
I want to go to a SneakerCon again so bad. I miss it. They were fun. I only went to like 2 or 3, and then they were just like, well, you're not bringing enough to the table, I guess. They didn't even give me a reason. They just stopped answering my texts.
It would be one that maybe we plan out. Let me look on my calendar. I can't even say it because they haven't announced it, but in July, early July, SneakerCon LA, the big one. I know I'm going to be there.
I'll have to hit up Jabari and the boys.
It might be one worth going to, and then we could do a live podcast in the hotel lobby or something fun. I don't know, but I know that's like the big one. If you go to any of them, that might be worth going out of pocket for. I don't know.
True. We shall see.
So,
we shall
or
see.
You could pitch it to Mo, the crazy texter, and he sent me that too, by the way.
Yeah, that's funny as
hell. But pitch it to Mo and say, hey, I can go and do content there or something. I don't know.
Well, Mo, like, I think he's been talking to SneakerCon, so maybe it's a possibility.
There you
I'll
go.
have to pitch the idea to him because that would be fun. And I'm not going to lie, I don't like making that style of content. I just like walking around and meeting people. But I mean, like walking around, seeing what all the booths have that are pretty cool. Make a few videos about that, or just vlog it. There you go. There you go. I'll just vlog it. It's easy.
Exactly.
Just pitch that to him. But yeah,
I'm liking it.
I miss it.
What about you? What's new
definitely
this week? Any pickups? Anything fun?
Posted this video today on the Sneaker Knockers channel, the Safari Olympic SB Dunk. It's a cool pair. Am I going for them? You'll have to wait till my review where I reveal the hot question that everyone's asking. Would I wear these? Guess you'll have to wait and see.
I would wear them. I think they're cool.
The colorway is really sick. Someone
I don't like the laces.
Yeah, it pops. It's one of those where it's just like, oh, that's blue. But one of my old high school buddies that I used to skate with commented on the Sneaker Knockers video and said these remind him of it was like the Nike SB Zoom Tray, which is this old like Nike SB model that had this kind of like just plastic shell around the whole toe box. And they had one that was almost this exact colorway. And I was like, whoa, I haven't thought about those in a minute. So I'm like, it was probably loosely based on that. But super cool shoe. If you're listening, it just has this kind of safari print all on the overlays, orange, blue details. Pretty basic, but I still think it's a cool dunk. Speaking of Olympics, got the Olympic sixes. Another cool pair. This is
there you go.
I think it's the third time these have released. The original pair was in 2000, then again in 2012, based around the times that MJ was in the Summer Olympic Games. So if you're into sixes, this one has a rich history. I could never pull these off, but these are like like when you think of sixes, like this is such a vintage, like OG style colorway. It's just white navy with little hits of red. I think they're sick. It's a cool pair. And outside of that, I take these out of the box. Just the James Harden Volume 8, the white pair. I already have the white pair. I think tomorrow I'm supposed to post the photos, but I talked about it last week. They sent out the James Harden wine, and I was under the impression, because I just thought into it too much, that they were going to send me the wine edition of the James Harden Volume 8. They did not. They just sent me the white pair, and Charlie had a great idea that I should dye these in the wine, which I really think would be cool. So if you want to see that, leave a comment, DM me, whatever, and let me know, because I feel like it would be interesting. But we'll see. We'll see.
I think bring out the inner creative in you. Could be fun.
I think so. But
I think
kind of bummed I didn't get the other pair.
If it turns out too, they would look really cool.
Exactly. Like, because it's a red wine too, so it's like all this white mesh would look pretty crazy. But why not? We'll see. We'll see if I have time next week or something like that. What's the process of doing that? Do you have to like heat it up, the liquid, and just leave it in there for a while? I've never done it. I'm curious.
You gotta text Jake Polino about that, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, with wine, it's tricky because I don't know if you can heat up wine. I know it's supposed to be like when Jake's done it with the coffee dyes and stuff like that. It's boiling, like the water's boiling, so it adheres to the fabric. I'm not the person to ask about that. I would shoot him a text, honestly, and figure it out.
Smart move.
Or I could too, whatever. But I think maybe, you could probably heat up wine. I mean, people cook with it. I don't know.
Exactly. So,
but I mean,
cool.
you got to do something with it. Heat it or cool it, one of the two. But
yeah, but like I've seen people do it with like Nesquik and stuff like that, where I'm just like, but also it doesn't really change the color of the shoe. Like it kind of does.
Well, I know wine definitely will, for sure.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. Just a thought. We'll see. Give me a week or two.
We're here for it.
Yeah, dude. But that's it on my part. Just trying to get back in the groove of things, which I feel like is what we say every week. But we're
it's a light week.
Slowly getting there. Light week. I just have so many videos to do, and I have no desire to get to them because I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I said last week and the week before, like I have all these Jordan 1s down there, and they're all like youth and kid sizes, and I'm like, I don't want to make a video on these.
We'll start experiment with different styles on those, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. If I'm too lazy, I'm just going to do in hand, no voice music. We'll see.
Yeah, something vibey.
We love vibes. Speaking of vibes, your unboxing videos that you've been doing for Champs, really good.
You like those?
Yeah. Really good,
Thank
man.
You. Yeah, they've been I mean, once you find a style, you know this with reviews, kind of rip it until it doesn't work anymore. I like them. They're fun to make. They're simple. Depending on the pair, I only want to. I'm gonna keep doing them, obviously, but I kind of want to do it with only cool pairs. I don't want to make it like if it's a GR Jordan 1 or like New Balances. Like maybe I just like the Mac Dogs or the McDogs AE1s, and then the Jordan 4 Military Blues, and then the what was the other one I did? I did one for. Oh, the Jordan 3 Green Glows, but I didn't post that. They just posted that. So
interesting.
It's been good, though. I know there was actually a pretty cool pair that I hit them up to see if I could get today that I just got in an ad from Champs on Instagram. And it's not a pair you'd expect, but it's the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Converse mids.
That's a cool shoe. Is that canvas?
Yeah, it looks sweet, and it reminds me a ton of a Mac Attack, but I really like the colorway, and the materials actually look really solid on it. So I was like, can I get a pair of these? I think maybe a pair of those is coming, but I'm a fan of those. I think those are cool. So
Yeah, that'd be a sick pair to beat up. Like, those would look
yes.
good. Huge fan.
Yeah, those could fly into the rotation. Speaking about beating up, I just bought a pair of the new Forrest Gump Cortezes. I'm hyped about them.
Yeah, boy.
So, yeah,
Brain.
I think I need to get a half size bigger because usually I'm an 11 and a half in those, and I got an 11 because the 11 and a half was sold out on I don't know, some random website. Shout out Soul Savvy. Plugging it again. There was like one pair left, and I checked out quick and got them because I don't know if they'll sell out on sneakers or whatever, but hopefully not. Hopefully they're an on sale shoe, and I can buy like 5 pairs for the next 20 years. But I feel like they may sell out. They did on this website pretty quick, so I got an 11 just to secure a pair.
I'm sure like the first few rounds they'll be scarce, and then they'll start flooding the actual like retail stores. So
I hope. Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see. But yeah,
right.
That's enough of a little catch up. You want to dive into our top, we'll say 3 go-to sneakers for summer?
Let's do. I got a fun idea. So we both have 3 shoes for the summer. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 news stories. So not a lot of news this week. Let's do each of us give our number 3, and then let's do a story or 2, and then we'll do our number 2 and a story or 2, and then our number 1.
That's a terrible idea. I'm just kidding. Let's do that.
Thank you.
That's great.
I appreciate the confidence
Positive.
booster. All right, you go number 3. You're 3.
All right, number 3. It's hard to number them like this. I'm just gonna do the Adidas Samba. It's an easy. You can dress it up. Let me actually. I've got a few pairs just laying around. Boom. Boom. Adidas Samba, dude. Tons of fun colorways. Easy to find, especially in just like white, black and white. A few different ones out there. Like, easy to wear. To me, it's a super lightweight, breathable shoe. So it's not like, I mean, no offense, but an Air Force One where it's a little bit bulkier, a little more material, like almost paper thin. Great for just walking around all day. I love these, and they're affordable outside of this pair, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, those are the premiums.
They are, but I love these. I was wearing these all day yesterday. You just throw them on. Don't think about it, man. They look good with shorts. Look good with pants. Easy pair. What you got?
My number, I don't have any pairs by me because I'm in our guest room, but my number 3 is a pair that I've been wearing the hell out of. It is the Jordan 1 Low 85, specifically the neutral gray. There you go. Seth's got a pair. My pair's cooked. I've been wearing them a ton. I got to get the blue pair at some point. But yeah, they're a great shoe. I mean, they're super comfortable. They're super easy to slip on, and they just look good with long white socks and shorts, which is kind of my go-to in the summer.
Yeah,
and they're good setup. So yeah, 85 lows.
They're comfy too. I know I said this a while ago, but like I walked miles when we were on vacation in my pair, and they're still great. Like
no, it's that back heel is a ton of support.
And that padding, like it's so comfortable. Your foot doesn't move, which can't really be said about the originals because there's no padding, and they do kind of flop around a little bit, especially when you don't lace them good. But
yeah,
I like both. Good pick. I'm proud of you. That was great.
All right, let's jump into some news. We're gonna hit it with the biggest story of the week, in my opinion. Seth had a pretty hot take about these, but the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM Pro Green colorway. So this is, I'm trying to figure out what RM stands for, but Nigel, bike airman, the airships, He had a sweet little jacket. It was just a little leak video of him rocking these. It's a Jordan 4, but it's got a different upper and different paneling. The back heel is cut, so it's not going to jar into your ankle when you're biking or skating. Tongue's a little shorter. The overall cut's a little shorter as well and more sporty, but the toe box, the outsole, it's all a Jordan 4. So, Seth, do you want to relay your comments about these to the podcast, to the whole world?
100%.
For open roasting or agreeance?
In my humble opinion, I have 2, maybe 3. This is the best looking Jordan 4 that I've ever seen. Because I hate the high tongue on the Jordan 4 because it's just like way too high for me personally. And even when I'm like taking photos and videos of the pair, like just the way it sits on my pants, it's either like way too high when you have your pants tucked, or it just feels weird, like brushing up against my ankle the whole time. So the low tongue, that sells me as a whole. Second hot take, this is the best Air Jordan 4 I've ever seen. But it's just beautiful. That was probably my first hot take, but I just
basically
Look at these things, dude. This color, the material, it's beautiful. It's just I don't know, man. I got a ton of crazy DMs.
I mean, my opinion on them, they're gas.
Yeah.
They're not the best looking Jordan 4 of all time. No shot.
Fair.
But with that being said, I'm a huge, huge fan of them. Loving that green tone. Green's one of my favorite colors. I mean, I say it all the time. The tone that he picked for these, what does it say? Bike Air by Jordan on the tongue, Bike Air on the back with the Jordan logo, the side little plastic that they have even in there. I mean, I love these. I do. I would sport a pair of these a lot. So I like them a lot. I don't think that they're the best ever. As of now, they're set to release July 3rd for $150. Whoa.
That's what got me. I was like,
I didn't know that.
$150? Yeah. Like, I'm honestly surprised because this feels like a shoe that they would try and milk, charge you $200, boom, like go on your way.
I mean, I would get like $180, $190. I would see where they could do that. $150 is a huge discount from that $215 or $220 price tag that they normally put on a Jordan 4.
Isn't that wild?
That's interesting.
Because they are $150, I will 100% buy this shoe. That's it. Like any other Jordan 4, like I just can't pull off 4s, and this is like an easy shoe that I could rock personally. That's just my style. It's okay if it's not yours.
Yeah, I could see you wearing this pair a lot for sure.
But also, I feel like this should have been the model they did the Jordan 4 SB on. I guess another hot take, because I feel like this is way more skatable. Like there's all the like side panels that are plastic. Like it's just better.
To play devil's advocate with it, the way that they did the SB4, they wanted to keep it as original to the Jordan 4 as possible, and then they basically had people like Nigel and others figure out what could they change to that original model. So they added a gum bottom, back heel tab is rubber, different things, more plush. I mean, there's different things that they added to it to make it skatable. But I agree. I think that this model is a lot sportier looking and probably a lot lighter. Probably a better fit than a regular Jordan 4, but yeah, no, I'm indifferent about. I like the SB4s the way that they are.
Yeah,
because it's similar to a regular 4.
I wonder if these are coming out because they had all the wear testers doing their various activities in Jordan 4s, and they took their feedback and kind of like put it into a sportier model. But they did the, Pine Green SB4 as like a general public, like, yeah, here's what the people want. But based off the feedback, here is like the shoe, like the skate, the bike, the active, actual wear this Jordan 4 because no one's
Mhm.
skating in SB4s. Let's be honest, unless you're like an athlete.
Well, now
you
they're
know?
too expensive. That's the other problem. They're
Exactly.
$700-800.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a kind of a collab with Nigel, the Bike Air
Mhm.
deal. I'm sure
This
we're
one
not going to see this
specifically, yeah.
exact model. I'm sure that it's probably going to say Air Jordan on the tongue tag and Air Jordan on the
Mhm.
back, unless they're going to, because we saw the Bike Air PEs airships,
Mhm.
and we're like, God, those are so good. And then they actually drop a different pair that wasn't
Yeah.
as cool as those. So hopefully they're as original to this as possible.
I agree. I completely agree. But yeah, time will tell. I mean, we did see that other pair that was on this same model. It was like the black and cream like toe box that we talked about a while ago. So I'm curious. I'm sure those won't be a Bike Air. Like you said, I'm sure the GR release won't have the swoosh on the side, won't have Bike Air. If it doesn't have the swoosh on the side, I'm going to be kind of peeved because that makes the shoe look so much better, in my opinion. But yeah, those. Like,
Yep.
it's not bad.
Black upper with the tin.
I don't like these near as much as the other.
Well, they're not as good of a colorway, and that
Yeah,
completely sways it, especially when it's a new silhouette.
absolutely. But we
So,
gonna
yeah,
see.
keep your
We
eyes
gonna
open
see.
for it, I guess. It'll be fun to watch.
100%. What we got next on the docket?
Some Travis news. Never fails.
Yeah.
We always got Travis. These are a new shoe, new silhouette, the Nike Sharkadon colorway.
Yeah.
Travis.
They're okay. I mean, I think these look better than the what are they? The Jumpman Jacks, just because it's finally different. But I guess the Jumpman Jacks are different too. But I'm just tired of seeing the reverse swoosh. And we've seen other colorways of this model. This is just like a new colorway where it's all leather. I think, according to the articles I read, they were like,
Some of it appears to be,
yeah, it's like full grain leather, and I'm like, okay, but like how much of that is actually true? But the tongue on these is interesting. That kind of reminds me of the like the off-white Presto.
It's an exposed foam tongue. The other Prestos.
But that like mesh, very very Presto like. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's the
It's some
same
cool
tongue
shit.
as those Prestos for sure.
Yeah. Shrug.
I mean,
I would wear.
the Jumpmans are growing on me quick. Not gonna lie, and I was hating on them quite a bit. I don't know, something about them. I for me, it's just so easy to hate on the Travis Scott stuff, and it's funny because I listen to Travis Scott music all the time. Like, I like Travis Scott. Like, I'm not like a hater or anything, but it's so easy to just for me just to rip on the Travis shoes. I don't know why, because it's just the same thing over and over and over. And these are almost like dipping into the off-white world with the tongue and certain aspects of it. But yeah, I like the Jumpman's better.
It's fair.
Personally,
That's fair.
I don't know.
I just like that they're doing
It's hard
different
to tell
models,
until you
man.
get stuff into hand too.
Yeah. I mean, I could hate these in person. You never know. But as
Like
of now,
the
cool.
Eshod Wear skate shoes that came out this year, hated them in hand. Not a fan. Really liked the images. We were kind of geeking about them online. We're like, oh, we both got to get pairs. And then I got them in hand, and they're super skinny. Materials were not great. Not a huge fan of them. So that's one example.
Yeah. And these
Military
kind of have a
Blues
similar
weird one.
heel, like where it's very skinny in the back. So I don't know about these, but the Ashads I liked. They're great to skate in, but as like an actual I wear this shoe, I don't wear the shoe. I just wear it to destroy it at this point. But
fair enough.
They are right. They are right. But yeah, just Travis. We have more Travis, right?
Jumpman's got a new colorway.
Yeah.
Surfaced the cream sail, or white and cream. It's exactly what I'm saying. It's just a white and cream with gray swoosh. Yeah. Nothing different.
I
These
wish.
are clean.
I feel like this model would be better with like, but also maybe not like a mesh base and not this like
Mm,
thick canvas. I feel like that's the one thing that I'm like,
could
eh,
be.
yeah, I don't know. Some different
I
materials I
like
want to see.
these better than the originals, I think.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
I really like the outsoles on the Jumpmans with the jack and the rugged look. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I got to get a pair
agree.
of these at some point. I think they would remind me a lot of Mac Attacks, and I really like Mac Attacks. That's why I think they're growing on me. Now
Hmm.
that summer's coming around and I'm wearing shorts again, and low tops are kind of the move.
Although I will say, I watched, for the first time in forever, a Kais Omar video, and he wore these for like,
Dude, I
I
flipped
think,
that on too.
yeah, the one where he was wearing them for like a few days. Um,
Yep.
and his whole thing, which was my take trying them on, there's like no cushion in the shoe at all. Like you take out the insole's just a dream cell insole, nothing crazy, and it's literally like half an inch of, if that much, like rubber separating your foot from the ground, and it's just not the most comfortable shoe. I think they look good, but if you throw in like some move insoles or something like that, it's probably going to
What's
be
the
way
deal
more
with those move
comfortable.
insoles? Do you got those?
Yeah, I have
Are they good? I keep seeing people post about them. I've never gotten one in.
yeah, dude. Let me hit me up after this, and I'll tell the guy to send you over a few pairs. Mad comfy. I
Okay.
wear them in all of my Jordan ones. They're I can't
Interesting.
suggest these to anyone enough. And the guy that runs the company, he's amazing. I think I said this on the pod, but when I was at the Adidas event in Indianapolis, I was just walking around chatting with some friends, and someone taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, "I know you, but you don't know me." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And he was like, "Yo, I can't think of his name right now. He's like, I'm the owner of Move Insoles. Like we've DM'd a lot." And I was like, "What? That's crazy." But he was there with his wife, amazing dude. I I wear them in everything that I can, at
Yeah,
least.
you got to get me plugged in because I'm genuinely curious, honestly, because I've seen you, I've seen Jock Slade, and I've seen Andy post about them, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I might be skeptical how much an insole could actually make a difference, just because
It
I've never tried it, but
I don't know if you have a flat foot or not. I
I don't
don't.
know
I
either. I
Yeah, I
probably
have a little
should
bit of
being
an
a
arch.
sneaker reviewer, but
True. But it just gives your like Jordan 1s like a little bit of an arch. So it like just
okay,
helps your foot a little bit, but mad comfy.
interesting,
But yeah.
interesting.
Do we want to go to number 2 in our list?
Yes, yes, I almost forgot about that.
Oh my God. What you got for
All
number
right,
2?
I will go first. I got a staple. It's not a sneaker. It's considered a slip on, a shoe of some sorts.
Okay.
I have a pair that I've worn into the ground.
Mm,
I'm in need of a fresh pair. It is this exact pair you're looking at on YouTube.
I
Subscribe.
like.
Birkenstock Boston model, the mules. I have the brown suedes. They're beautiful. They're super
Yeah.
comfortable. They mold to your foot. They look good with everything. They're very Birks are always known as like the hipster, like I don't know, Cali. Like
Definitely.
there's a vibe to them.
Yeah.
I just like them because they're really comfortable. I've worn through multiple pairs of Birks to the ground now. They are a little spendy at $158 for retail. It's worth
But
it. Just trust me,
yeah,
it is worth it.
I need a pair so bad.
Pull
Anna's
the trigger.
Anna's been wearing Birks forever, and every time she looks at them, I'm like, I should get a pair, but I just can't decide on the color. I think that's the only thing.
I went
I
with
like
the brown,
this.
the mocha
Yeah.
brown, and it was a good decision because it's not black, it's not white, it's in the middle. So when you're wearing stuff, especially with that brown hint on the back, the light brown,
Mm-hmm.
different colors brown just works with. I found like if you have gray shorts on and a maroon t-shirt like I do now, black would not work.
Yeah,
Brown does.
that's true.
So
I
I don't know.
really want, and not to be a hype beast, because I don't care about the brand, but I really want the Stussy collab that they did on these, because I think
Those are
just
crazy expensive.
like
I wanted
they
those
look
too,
so good.
and then I realized I'm not going to pay like $500 for a pair. Oh my
Exactly.
gosh, I'm underestimating. What do you think they're at?
So, God, 7 maybe.
$1,150.
Like, dude, that's just ridiculous.
That I don't even know what to say about that.
Like, I don't know why. I just think these look
Okay, there's some pairs that are five,
dope.
600, but for a pair of Birks, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I'm
For
sure you could find a pair on
nothing
Grailed
special.
or something for cheap, but yeah,
Yeah.
Boston Birkenstock Bostons, highly recommend.
I like it. Cool.
All
My
right,
number
what do you
2
got?
pair. I'm still on my Mesh Boy summer, dude. I got to do the 1906 New Balance. It's just, these are my probably second choice every time I leave the house. Mad comfy. They're available, which is a big thing nowadays. You can go into
In a
any
lot of colors
champs,
too.
any champs, any JD Sports. You can find a good color. I actually, Joe Rillo picked up a pair the other day. He was like looking for shoes, and we were texting back and forth. He's like, I like this New Balance, but I can't decide on a color. He finally found one like for a decent price too. You can find them on Goat, StockX, anything for at under, sometimes a little bit above retail, but yeah, I can't suggest enough. Tons of cool colorways. I need more. But every time I find a cool colorway, I'm like, I don't need it because I already have like 4 pairs. And I'm like, how many do I need? But
I
sick.
feel the same way. No, that's a great model. I wear them walking our dog Kirk all the time, so I agree.
Let's go.
1906 is valid.
Twins.
It's kind of funny because Rillo was getting flamed by all his tech buddies for buying New Balances, and they just don't know the vibe, which is so funny.
I know. He was like, never posting shoes on my page again. I was like,
Yeah, that's so funny. I mean, we
I
get it.
love
Like
it.
people in the shoe world are like, "Oh, New Balances, like that's pretty. Like they're pretty mainstream now, you'd think." But then
Yeah.
you go outside of the community, and it's like, oh, like people still
I
shit
get
on them,
flamed
which is
for
really
it.
funny.
If I post like a crazy, like I got flamed, what was it? Wearing like these the other day. The House Studios. I had
That's
like 3
crazy because
people
that's
DM
like a
me
hype
being like,
model too.
exactly. But they didn't know what they were. And people were just like, that shoe is interesting. Or that shoe is hideous. And I'm like, it's like,
No, it's the best shoe in my collection, man.
I'm like, this is such a chill shoe. What are you talking about? But I get flamed for everything. You get flamed for anything you wear. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man.
Oh yeah, no, I got on the No Two Ways video today on shoes that I genuinely thought are cool, like Foam Runner and 3-in-1s. Like guys, like these are hideous. Like you definitely got paid a bag to post this. As I posted a obvious ad yesterday. Like if it's an ad, you're gonna know. Like
True.
it's brutal.
It's
All
so funny, man.
right, back to the news. This is kind of an interesting one I've been toying with a little bit. So Kith finally came out with their loyalty program.
Yes.
With that, there's different tiers. There's 3 tiers currently. There's bronze tier, then there's middle tier, and then there's like elite member. Middle tier is 2,000 points. I think each dollar you spend, you get 2 points. So what is that, $1,000 you got to spend to get to the second tier, which I looked at my tier. I was at 1,950 points, and you can get points from like opening the app 7 days in a row. Like you get 100 points and like different things like that. There's not a ton of different methods like that, but
yeah.
so I bought like a random pair of forearms for $40, so I could get access to this. So I may buy a pair just because I actually got access. But
yeah.
So I just clicked over the access, got it, and then I'll show you here on camera. There's a whole bunch of different things you get access to. Clothing, and I like Kith. Clothing stuff, really expensive. I don't buy any of it. but it's cool. And I like that they're doing exclusive stuff for the tier program. So they have a new era Yankee fitted. They have a couple of T-shirts in a light blue to match the shoes. They have a couple of hoodies as well. And then they have the shoes up top. The shoes, interesting, made to order. So they're not readily available. So that's where it gets dicey.
Yeah.
And something I just watched as well. They're the A Street AS 350s or by Ronnie Flag. They're very similar to the Kith Samba Clark's collab that came out. They got that booger bottom. They got a really nice upper, cool materials, light blue. Cool shoe. I'm a huge fan of it. They're really nice looking. I don't like the outsole. That's the only thing that's making me hesitant about them. I just read the little details on it. This product is part of the Kith loyalty program. Tier exclusive collection is made to order. It will require an additional production and delivery time of about 6 months. I just read this. It is a final sale and cannot be returned, exchanged, or refunded. True to size, Adidas fit. Final sale, no returns, exchange, limited to 2 per customer for a retail price of $220, which you only can get access to if you already spent $1,000. So, yeah.
I don't think that's a terrible deal, because especially in like 6 months, like you're gonna will probably forget about it, then it's gonna show up. It's gonna be a little bit of that. This strikes me as more of a fall shoe, like actually wear with like some dressy, like black pants or khaki pants, like dress them up a little bit. I think it'd look really cool, but yeah, waiting 6 months.
October.
I hate.
October would be when they'd ship.
I love these though.
It's a tricky one.
I know.
I don't know what to do with them. I feel like I'd order them and then I don't know.
I think you should just get them, honestly, because you're gonna make your money off them if you don't like them.
The other random pair just to get access to them, so I feel like I'm almost obligated to.
Yeah,
Maybe I will.
These. You should.
All right, I'm gonna buy a pair right now.
Right now, I love them.
This is purely for content. Seth's a bad influence.
I am a terrible influence, but it's only because
you don't want a pair. I can get 2 pairs.
I don't need to spend the money on that right now, or I would.
Oh.
That's the problem. I gotta revamp the studio. That's where all the money's going.
Yeah, dude, just to have 220 floating. I don't know.
That's the other thing where you're just like, yeah, here's 220. That's just. I'll see that
they have standard ground shipping 5 to 7 days, extra $10. It should say standard ground shipping 6 to 8 months, free.
I mean, it really should at that point, but I mean, it's a really cool pair, and it's going to be pretty exclusive. You know, like you're only going to get them if you're in the program, and this is the first, I think, program exclusive shoe.
Yep, it is.
If I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of cool.
After this goes through, I want to check on the clothing, see if that's made to order, see if it's like super limited. All right, I placed the order.
That's a good question. Place.
I already regret it. Made to order. Everything is made to order.
Damn.
Interesting. Even the hoodies. Hoodies are 6 months to produce. That's crazy.
What?
Hat 6 months made to order.
I wonder why that is.
I mean, the shirts are gas, dude.
Yeah. I mean, just that color alone. That blue. Yeah. That's cool. That's a cool
Not
shirt.
worth $80.
Yeah.
They have this sick, really, really cool puff print embroidered Kith logo on this hoodie.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I like that.
That's $155. But so yeah, I don't know. Let us know your thoughts on this whole made to order deal with Kith. Yeah, they're clean, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Just all the details. Oh, it's so cool. All right, next shoe. What we got next?
So we got 2 more stories here, and then we'll go over our last pairs.
Okay.
Bape finally settled with a Nike, or Nike settled with Bape on their lawsuit infringement on the different models that they've been copying for 20 plus years.
Isn't that crazy?
This is, yeah, I don't really know what to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was filed in January of last year regarding the Bapesta Air Force One Low, the Bapesta Mid, which is the Air Force One Mid, the Dunk Low, which is the Skate 8, or the SK8 Skate with the Courtsta High, Jordan 1 High, different midsole designs, whole bunch of different stuff. On Monday, Nike settled its trademark infringement lawsuit with Bape, otherwise known as a Bathing Ape, which was accusing Japanese streetwear label of illegally copying its signature footwear designs, including the Air Force One, the Air Jordan, the Dunk. The filing stated that the 2 parties ended the dispute in a stipulated dismissal. I can't read. As a part of the resolution, Bape agreed to discontinue the production of the Bapesta Mid, the Courtsta, and the Courtsta High models, as well as redesign the Bapesta, the original, and the Skatesta. That's a lot of stas. So they're kind of rehauling some stuff, and they're discontinuing a few models.
I just think it's wild because I was watching a video on this by, who was it? I don't even know. It was either like Not Tripping or Elliot Page. I feel like it was Not Tripping. I don't know, someone like that. But they were talking about how like Nike offered back in like, I don't know what year this was, 2016, 2012, something, to do an actual partnership with Bape to work on these like basically knockoff Air Force Ones together, and Bape shut them down. They were just like, no. But apparently like Nike's known about them for years, but they also just didn't really care about going after them because in the US their sales just weren't anything crazy. But now that they're doing better in the US, Nike is all of a sudden like, okay, yes, now we have to sue you. It's like, what? But you've known this whole time. Why are you just now doing this? But I'm assuming honestly, it's because they're going after everyone else too.
Yeah, I think they got new lawyers, and the lawyers were like, we're going to go win these cases for you. Yeah. Something like that had to have happened, because then they went over a bunch of people. Now, Ami and Hellcat, who we talked last week, owes $8 million.
It's so much.
Bape still wasn't flexing their Lambos, so...
Yeah. But
I don't know. I don't know any Bapes. I could care less, honestly, but it's interesting.
Same. It's still, yeah, like you said, it's interesting. But what are you going to do? It's not my style. I don't care. Well, speaking of, is this because of Nike? Or is this just, I mean, this is just everything, right? So the infamous Panda Buy has been raided, and they seized over 200,000 fake sneakers, which, I mean, I feel like everyone is talking about this story like they're surprised, but I'm like, we've all known about Panda Buy forever. And why are they being all like, oh, these are all fake items? Like, we all know they're all fake. All they sell is fake. But I don't know, man. It was freaking like 20 football stadiums worth of fake goods, apparently, which is
a lot from these pictures.
Outrageous amounts. But I'm happy about it. I'm so tired of seeing Panda Buy everywhere. But that's just me. Do they ever hit you up? I get emails like once a week from Panda Buy being like, would you like to do a brand deal?
There's a whole bunch of different ones.
Yeah.
I could care less. Again, I mean, I don't know. It's never something that's going to stop, and it's never something that's going to get out of hand to where it's so big that it like beats out the original. This is it's good to see. I mean, it's it's like a sneaker drug bust from these photos. Like all the
It
shoes
really
piled up
is.
and stuff. I feel like I'm watching Narcos or something, like Breaking
Yeah.
Bad. Millions of packages, 200,000 pairs of sneakers. Interesting little thing on the bottom here is like what an order looks like. Somebody bought a pair of 2002 Rs, New Balances for $31, which is you could buy a regular pair on sale for $60 from the New Balance outlet, which is crazy that they're paying 50% of what they originally go for the same thing that's fake. Anyways, it was already shipped, and then there was a label on it that it was discarded. Branded item has been discarded by authorities. And there was a message on the bottom that says, "Dear customers, we're sorry to inform you that Panda Buy has been informed of relevant authorities of legal problems due to the company's service link. There's no compensation yet, but they're working on a timeline for that." So if you didn't just go to the New Balance outlet and buy a pair of shoes like a normal person and spend 20, 30, $40 more, you wouldn't have lost your $30. So that makes me happy. That's kind of funny. I think that's New Balance. Like if you're buying chunky dunky SBs that go for $1,200 and you want to get a pair and you're going to spend $40 and get a fake pair, it's weird, but all the power to you. The weird ones are when people buy fake Panda Dunks or fake 2002 Rs, stuff that you can pick up for on sale or retail now. That's weird to me. That's just weird. So, I mean, there's some just Air Max 95s. There's some Panda Dunks. We got some Tiffany Air Forces. That one I get. Like, they're super expensive. Like, I get where they're making fake pairs of those, but like fake foam runners, you can pick up foam runners for retail. Like fake Babestas, that's crazy. Fake Babestas. That's the double fake. That's peak fake. I mean, that's so what are we talking about? And then somebody's going to come out with a fake Panda Buy Babesta because the Panda Buy one's too expensive, and then they're going to be $5. And then, like, what? This is just the never-ending rabbit hole. Like, here's a fake Nike hoodie.
That's what I gotta
be down bad to be buying this stuff.
Why buy fake clothes?
Some people want to flex, Seth. Maybe not us, but there's people out there, man.
That's just crazy to me. And this is fun. Like, I was watching a video the other day on Panda Buy 2, and apparently they had this big, like, data leak or something like that, like a month ago, where a ton of customer information got out there. And I'm kind of bummed that nothing ever really happened with that, because people were saying, oh, it may just expose a lot of the creators that are buying fake sneakers or like sneaker stores. And I was like,
maybe it's in the works.
I would love that. I would love to have just a list of names of like creators.
I don't know of anybody like
fakes. See, same.
I mean, like,
I don't know any creators that would, or like, you know,
the only people that I would be curious about are people like you that get early pairs. And not necessarily you, but like Sneaker Knockers, Private Selection, like that stuff. I could see where a pair or two might slip through that's fake or intentionally bought or something that where you're trying to push 100%. The boundaries of, but like a Elliot Page or Seth Fowler or me or you on a regular scale, like it's gotten to the point where you get sent stuff early from the brands directly, and it's only current stuff. Like, we're not going and I don't know. I don't know of anybody that would be buying, unless you have people off the top of your head that you're like,
I mean, not that I can think of, but I've seen people like posting and making videos about it where they're like, all your favorite sneaker creators are going to get exposed. You'll be surprised. And I'm like, who are you even talking about? Like, who is out here?
I feel like I know everyone personally that's just like us and have met them. I don't know anybody that would be doing that. Like, that's stupid low. Like, it would be hilarious if that got outed. Like, somebody's doing that. But I don't know of anybody like
easy thing to get caught doing. Like, even when I'm showing off like early sneakers, like I get comments all the time that are like, "Oh, these are panda buyer, these are fake, these are this," and I'm like, would I be showing you a sneaker that up close and that like detailed, all the stitching, every little aspect of
Hmm.
it, if it was a fake shoe? Because I know y'all are smart. You're gonna catch something that looks a little off. Like, why would I put my
And yeah,
reputation on the line? Yeah,
the early game, like it's just gonna happen once
for
in a
sure.
blue moon. Something's gonna sneak through. People won't realize it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just part of it. But I don't even think
Luckily, like,
the people selling it know that. But
yeah. But like,
that would be the
luckily
only
to my
case.
knowledge, I haven't shown any that are fake.
No, you haven't.
Like,
I would catch it. I mean, I'm
oh yeah,
people. That's the one thing with shoes is like you show something fake, you can people that know can tell right
yeah.
away.
And I inspect all these bad boys before I even post photos of them.
Seth's trying to protect his reputation right now.
I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's
There's nothing to
no
protect.
way.
We believe you. I mean, it's like, and
Good.
I know sneaker knockers. Like I know Mo. Like I know the team. Like
Yeah.
I've done giveaways with them long time ago. Like it's legit stuff. And private selection too. I know them personally. All the stuff that they get is super early and
Oh
it's
yeah.
good sources. And it's just, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird game. I just, yeah. If they leak like Seth Fowler, all his shoesy reviews are fake. Like I think people would know.
What would we
Like
do? You know?
what?
What would we do?
Well,
What?
I don't know like how you could get away with it because like you could show a pair of legit shoes from Nike and the quality control is bad and people are like, oh, those are fake. Like
That's another
that's a
thing,
legit
dude.
pair. So I don't think anyone could get away with it. And I think everyone knows that. That's why I'm like I haven't even heard that. So hopefully they leak it. That would be funny.
It's wild. Have you heard about the everything going on with Cool Kicks recently this week?
No,
All right, we'll talk
no.
about it next week. We'll
Wow,
talk
give us
about it.
a now we gotta talk about it.
We'll talk about it next week. We have to talk about it.
Okay. We'll research up. Give a
Yeah.
little give me a little hint because I don't know anything.
Um, it was just from a not tripping video. They were apparently trying to sell off fake sneakers to like a resell shop, essentially, because they heard they sold fakes. It was kind of
Hmm.
slimy, but also it was like, I don't know about this, but we'll talk about it in more
All right,
detail
next
next week.
week. There you go. Teaser.
Yep, let's do it. All right, well,
Last shoe. What's your favorite shoe for this summer? What do you got for us?
oh, dude, mine is where's it at? Literally the shoe that I've been wearing for the past year, 2 years almost, the A6 Kayano 14. And in my opinion, this is still the best colorway. It's the plum something. Just, this is my favorite shoe I own. I wear these almost every other day. Like, so breathable, super cushiony, lightweight, goes with everything. The only downside is they are harder to find and there are less colorways available. But as far as comfort goes, I think these beat the 1906 for me. That's the only reason they're above them. If it was based off
Interesting.
just colorways, 1906 all day.
Couple of good
but-
trainers though. Both are basically interchangeable.
Exactly. And I'm just back on my Mesh Boy summer grind.
Yeah.
That's all I got, baby. What you got for number one?
We're thinking similar.
Okay.
Another A6. I got the A6 Gel 1130s.
Yeah.
This is just a random colorway. I pulled up the Kale Greens, but 1130s, I wear my
the
house
house.
studios all the time. I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
there's you can't go wrong. I mean, that's just the simple fact of it. They're just
And
a
they're
great shoe.
cheap, dude. I mean, not cheap,
Mhm.
but they're like what, retail 110, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Like amazing. Amazing.
I wear them just about every day. So yeah, Asics,
And
the move for sure.
They really are the most comfortable shoes out there, outside of, some New Balance models. They're different. They're all different, but
I agree.
my go-to is Asics.
Hey, before we end, shout out Timberwolves sweeping Suns.
Dude, I just blown away. I see so many of these clips, and I'm just like, bro, this is nuts.
We're making a run. I'm very early predictions. I think we're beating the Nuggets in 5 or 6 games. I'm very confident. There's no team that matches up better against them.
I'll be watching those.
Actually,
games.
going to bought tickets to the first or second. I think the first home game in the series because they have home court advantage. So the first 2 are in Denver, and then they come back home. So, but I got some bleeders with my buddy Ben today. Dude, the entire stadium sold out in 20 minutes, and it was worse than a sneaker drop because they had that long bar that you get like with Foot Locker. Took 18 minutes or 12 minutes to get into it, and then clicking on the cheap seats, bleeders, like all the way, like we're 5 rows from the back of the stadium for $150. And every time I'd click on 2 of them and check out, they would be unavailable. So I had to do it like 8 times before I even got some. So,
oh my god, dude, that's gonna be so fun though.
No.
I definitely plan on watching.
I'm very excited. If we can snag 1 game in Denver, I'm confident. I'm confident. And the Lakers gave them a run, so I'm feeling confident. They're banged up too, so
let's go, baby.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. All right. That's it.
Thanks for listening. Sub to the YouTube.
Please. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.